Okay. All right. So hello everyone. My name is Jeneline. If you haven't seen me, if you don't know me yet, makikita tayo sa Great Plains. Gagala ako doon. um, so I do this pre-departure orientation, lalo na for those parang maraming mga restrictions sa travel like during pandemic. Ngayon naglo-loosen up na siya. So anyway, just to guide you guys what to do before coming here, when you arrived here, mga ganon. So this
Yes.
is all right. So it's just what to expect, what to do. So again, congratulations. After how many days of being like so stressed, waiting for your result, finally, Canada is waving at you, saying ready to welcome you when you arrive here. Mafe-feel nyo sa Canada, we're gonna be breathing the same air in the next few days. Okay, so what to prepare? So what to do prior to your flight? You have to have your travel documents. Travel documents, I will be in the next slide. ArriveGan app, download mo to siya. It can be downloaded sa Apple Store, Play Store, ganon. Can Border app. Ito siya yung parang declaration kung ano yung dinadala niyo. Meron ba kayong mga foods na dinadala, anything. So both of these applications can be downloaded on Apple Store and Play Store. Now, let's say for the documents. So if you are a student, this is your list of documents that you will be preparing in an envelope nandun sa ano mo, sa hand carry. So this is the passport, the CBSA letter. Ito yung papeles na naka-attach nung binalik niyo yung passport galing ng visa stamping. So ito yun siya. CBSA letter, I mean. Approval letter. Approval letter, ito yung letter of introduction. Ang ibig kong sabihin nito, hindi ito yung approval letter sa school. Letter of introductions na sinisend, usually nakalagay na this is the letter of introduction. Ipapakita nyo ito pagdating sa border. So, nakalagay yung pangalan nyo dito. And ito yung dumating sa GCK nyo after visa stamping. So, nandito yun siya. Letter of acceptance. Letter of acceptance from the school. Yung sinabit nyo for visa application, tuition fee receipts. So, yung tuition fee na binayad nyo, biometrics validity, andyan din yan sa GCK account nyo. Passport request. Passport request letter is yung letter na nagsasabi na we have already parang made a decision on your application and nakikita niyo yung ito yung passport request na yun, yung letter na pinadala niyo for passport visa stamping. Jenny, hi!
Hi.
Medyo nahuli ka konti, pero not bad. Mga 2 slides lang. So we have your ArriveCan receipt. It closer to the flight, which is like 72 hours prior to your flight. Ito yung resibo na makukuha nyo after entering all the details of information. So sa ArriveCan application, may nakalagay port of entry. Port of entry is yung port na kung saan kayo first darating sa Canada, which is mostly if galing kayo sa Pinas, Vancouver. So yun yung port of entry. Kahit na yung last airport nyo is Saskatchewan, yung sa Vancouver ang ilalagay nyo. Proof of vaccination if you have. Meron kayo mas maganda. And right now, there's a random na testing sa airport. So, wala na ngayon yung parang kagaya before na parang maku-hotel, very expensive, wala na yan siya. Unless if there will be new travel restrictions because of monkeypox. But right now, nothing. Marriage certificate. If mag-asawa kayo, just in case, hahanapin. Bank certificate, okay na yung sinabit nyo yung visa application. Okay na to siya. Unless kung gusto nyo din kukuha ng bagong bank certificate, pwede din, but okay na yung sinabit nyo kung magta-travel na kayo in the next few weeks. Birth certificate and travel insurance if you have. So, yung sa Great Plains, si school nito, nag-i-email na ba si school sa inyo about the form? Wala pa.
Meron na po sa'kin.
Meron na? Sige. Kasi
Opo.
last time nag-ano daw sila, naka-off ata yung naka-assign for insurance. So, ito yun siya. SAS Polytech hindi, separate magkukuha niyan. Parang kayo yung kukuha, mag-a-acquire. Approach me kasi meron akong i-refer for the travel insurance. So, open work permit, oo. Ito yung kung meron kayong kasamang spouse or common law. So, ito yung sa kanila, almost like the same as the student. Ito lang is passport, CBSA letter, letter of introduction din sa kanila, copy ng student permit only if mauna si student. Kasi ito yung kung sabay kayong dalawa, pwede itong wala. Kasi mabibigay lang to if magkasabay kayong darating sa Canada. Letter of acceptance, tuition fee receipts, biometrics, validity, passport, it's basically the same sa student. Okay. And so, what to do prior to your flight? Kung pwede mag-online check-in, gawin nyo na. Kasi mag-i-email yan si airline sa inyo usually na parang pwede na kayo mag-check-in. Arrive early, i-weigh yung luggage nyo. Kapag kayo ng very strict yung ibang airline, minsan parang 1 kilo ata is $200. Malaki na din yun. So be careful. Is matimbang nyo, and if ever meron pa kayong relative family na nag-aantay sa inyo sa airport sa labas, may bibigyan nyo pa sa kanila if ever susobra. Ball pens, bring extra ball pens sa immigration. Na-experience ko yan when I went home year 2019. Walang gumaganang ball pen doon sa immigration. So bring this one, bring extra tape. Kung meron sa inyo na hindi magla-luggage, yung parang boxes, may chance na ipapabukas sa inyo. Mas maganda na meron kayong tape. Have your documents ready with you in your hand carry. Never ever put your documents in the luggage. So arrival, what to do during arrival? So the port of entry we have is Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal. Calgary and Montreal are mostly for those who are Gulf countries, yung mga Saudi, Germany, mga ganon. Toronto, Vancouver, mostly if galing talaga sa Pilipinas. So anong gagawin afterwards? Pagdating nyo sa airport, bababa kayo, pipila kayo, merong parang kiosk. Doon nyo iscan yung passport nyo, yung mga receipts ng Arrive Can and Can Border app. Tapos parang yung fingerprint nyo, photo, mga ganon. So after that, pipila kayo for temporary residence. Tatanungin kayo kung anong purpose niyo pagpunta dito, which you will answer na of course to study. So kapag hintayin nyo lang na parang natapos na yung nasa unahan, yung hintayin nyo lang na tawagin kayo, parang mag-gesture sila to come forward. Kasi minsan parang ayaw nila parang sunod-sunod, meron pa silang ginagawa na may nakangantay sa kanila. So wait for you guys to be gestured to come forward. Afterwards, you have the option to get your luggage before kayo magpunta sa second immigration officer. So yung second immigration officer, doon yung kukunin yung study and work permits niyo. So yung study and work permits, yun na yun siyang hinihintay natin para gagamitin nyo, ipakita sa school. So yung luggage nyo, it's fine, may iwan yan sa labas, hindi yun kagaya sa Pilipinas na mawawala yung luggage nyo. So pagpasok nyo doon, ibigay yung documents, and sometimes, may mga tanong yung immigration officer, which is like very common questions like, anong school mo? What program are you taking? Which school are you going? Parang mga ganon. And minsan they would ask, how much cash do you have? So this is important for the sake of like records lang sa kanila. If you are bringing more than 10,000 Canadian, just declare it. Walang mangyayari. You won't have to pay anything, taxes or everything. You just have to declare. Para kasi sa mga money laundering, mga ganon, just to be safe on their side. So that one, make sure before you go away from the immigration officer, i-check nyo yung study and work permits nyo para hindi kayo magka-problema. Double check if merong nakalagay na should be allowed to work on and off campus. So ito yung dapat nakalagay kasi if hindi yan nakalagay sa permits nyo, hindi kayo magkakakuha ng SIN, Social Insurance Number, which you will be using kapag mag-apply ka ng work sa Canada. Amendment would take 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, matagal, if there is missing in your work permit or study permit. So make sure check nyo lahat. Name, birthday, passport number, and your information, and of course, the conditions of your study and work permit. Luggage claim, some cases na missing yung luggage. Hopefully hindi. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry if mamimissing yung luggage nyo kasi usually within a week, i-deliver yan nila sa inyo wherever you are. We have incidents of this happen before. So transfer to domestic kiosk. So for some reason, if 2 hours lang layover niyo and magwo-worry kayo na aabot pa kaya sa next flight, it's fine, hindi kayo aabot. You are parang ano kayo, it's valid reason na hold up kayo sa immigration kasi mahaba ang pila, mga ganon. So they will book you to the next earliest flight available. Walang bayad yan siya. Unless if choice mo talaga na parang, I'm gonna move my flight the next 2 days kasi gusto ko magstay sa Vancouver, then you have to pay for another flight ticket sa papuntang Saskatchewan. Otherwise, it's fine na ma-delay kayo dahil sa pila ng immigration. Ito yung mga potential questions. Mayroong iba na mahigpit talaga. Make sure you're confident with your answers kung anong school, anong program, anong duration ng program nyo, 1 year, 2 years ba, where are you staying? You can say na sometimes may mga student na hindi pa sila ng accommodation, they are staying in a hotel or Airbnb, then finding something place to rent, so they can use that answer. What are you going to do after you finish your program? You know that you have postgraduate work permit, right? You still gonna say go home after your studies, go home. Huwag sabihin na, maghanap ako ng trabaho. Sabihin nilang go home. Alam na nila hindi tayo uuwi pag hindi mag-permanent resident. So what is your address in Canada? Sabihin niyo kung meron kayong relative, family, or meron na kayong nakita apartment. Ito yung ilalagay niyo na address. Mostly if pagod na yung immigration officers, and if maraming pila, wala na silang halos tanong. Like, lucky if that's gonna happen to you guys. Diretso na. Bigay niyo lang yung papers. Yun na lang. So, yun siya ang ating first part sa orientation. Maraming nakakakaba kasi parang biglaan yung iba, lalo na ngayong fall na darating. Okay, let me just share another screen here, you guys, in a bit. Pag may mga tanong, entertain ko after this one para in case, to clarify everything. Okay. Okay. All right, here you go. So now, student mood na kayo, nakapasok na kayo ng Canada. Now, what's gonna happen? Hindi ko alam. Nakapasok na ng Canada, mag-aaral. Anyway, welcome to reality. Ito na yung realidad na nandito na kayo sa Canada for the purpose of studying. So anyway, so what to do? Maraming pwedeng gawin pagdating dito. So first, you have to go to a service center to apply for your SIN. So SIN, ito yung siyang kailangan for tax purposes, for work, especially for work. Ito yun siya. You can access for government's benefits dahil sa number na ito. So your SIN number starts at 9, meaning temporary. The only time na yung social insurance number mo mag-change is kung mag-permanent resident ka na. Never ever give your SIN kapag magbibili ka ng mga cars, mga ganun. They will give you instructions when you go and get your SIN. So what to prepare for you guys to get your SIN? Your work permit or your study permit, your passport, marriage certificate, proof of address or proof of different last name. If magkaiba yung passport mo, ano yung student permit mo. Mother's maiden name, itatanong nila yan. Address and phone number. So for those of you guys who doesn't have any accommodation here, any proof of address, a letter would suffice na parang lalo na if nakatitira kayo sa family nyo. So may sample ako, isa-send ko sa group later on para makikita nyo. Yan yun siya yung kailangan. So, maraming mga welcome center, especially in Saskatchewan. You just Google it, tapos search nyo yung nearest welcome center sa location nyo. Ito yung mga services nila, language help, employment support. Mayroon silang most local communities are posting their jobs through the welcome center. The welcome center helps minsan may mga workshop yan sila, how to make a resume, how to make a cover letter, Canadian resume cover letter para mag-apply ng job. So this is a good resources na magagamit nyo. Driving and transportation. So yung driving is very important in Canada kasi long driving tayo, walang parang bus all the time. Driving, when you are going in there, tatanong niyo kung meron silang program, parang in class and in car, magbibigay sila ng discount sa mga newcomers, lalo na if mababa yung income mo. So you can ask them that. Youth programs, if you guys want to volunteer or anything, any activities na parang gusto niyo mag-involve sa community, that's a big advantage. Kasi malagay niyo sa resume, tapos makikita ng mga Canadians and, oh, nagvo-volunteer pala to siya. Parang ganun, big deal yan sa kanila. Big deal yan. So, meron ngang school, si Great Plains, one of the ano nila sa scholarship is itong volunteer. If nakita nila na nagbo-volunteer ka sa community, nagdo ka ng service, isa yan sa basihan nila for scholarship. So, use that opportunity, magbo-volunteer kayo if possible. Health cards. So, provincial health coverage. Hindi lahat ng provinces, pag-arrive dito, covered yung estudyante lahat. Kunti lang. So, New Brunswick, wala tayo nito kasi we're Saskatchewan, nakating. Hi, Kalay! Nakita kita. So, ito yun siya. New Brunswick, yes, they're covered. Newfoundland, Northwest Territories. Pero ito yung mga minimum nila na kailangan. Minimum of 12 months study period. Alberta, yes. British Columbia, yes. Manitoba, no. Hindi sila covered right away. Nova Scotia, no. Ontario. Actually, nag-change to sa website. Nakalagay no waiting period, but I'm not sure. Saskatchewan, yes. So you only need a valid student permit and a full-time enrollment at a university or college, which is your letter of acceptance. Ipapakita nyo. And any proof na sa Saskatchewan kayo nakatira. Letter of acceptance, proof of address, lease agreement bills. If wala pa kayo nito, letter from your family kung saan kayo nakatira should be fine. Passport, marriage certificate, birth certificate, meron. Yan yun siya. Minsan parang nag-a-apply kayo and you notice na after how many weeks of waiting na refused yung application you for health card, don't worry. Just provide whatever they ask for. Kasi merong ibang documents na hindi sila satisfied and they will refuse you for the health card. Mangyayari yan. Just provide the documents that they need and you should be okay ha. I-reassess nila yung yung application mo. Ito sa Manitoba to siya, sons. Okay. Anyway, so about banking, which is very important here in Canada. Banking. So we have CIBC, Scotiabank, BMO, RBC, TD Bank, and Union Banks. So Union Banks is yung mga nasa local, mga Union TD sa atin, Saskatchewan, maraming Union Banks eh. So best banks for students. I don't know. Bias ako kasi Scotiabank ako ever since. But I heard CIBC is really good, especially sa mga credit cards nila kasi ito yung partner ngayon ng Costco. Meron silang cashback sa credit card. I'm not sure how many percent ang cashback, but it's good. Ito siya. So, maghanap kayo ng bangko na no monthly fees. Every bank has no monthly fees, especially for those newcomers. Incentives, rewards. Merong iba na merong free iPad, cash, but you have to meet certain conditions. Like mga dapat niyong maglagay ng email address, mag-register. First, parang kung mag-work kayo, yung bangko, yung payroll doon sa kanila, ma-reach. Meron siyang condition, depende. Interact transfer fees. Interact is very important here. Dapat walang limit. Dapat unlimited siya. Every single time na parang magbabayad ka ng rent, magbabayad ka ng mga bills, sometimes they do it Interact. And of course, kapag naglabas kayo kumain ng mga friends niyo, paghahati-hatian yung bills, Interact yan. Issues credit card. All banks issues 1,000 credit card limit, initial limit sa lahat ng estudyante at sa mga newcomers. The only time na mag-offer sila ng increase ng credit card limit is makikita nilang you have been a really good payer and they will call you or mail you a letter na papayag ka ba na parang we offer you to increase your credit limit to 2,000 to 5,000 Canadian. Be a good payer. Credit score here is very important. Yan yung parang every time na mangungutang ka sa bangko, titingnan nila yan lahat. Yung credit score mo, kasi matitrace nila yan. They just have to put your information, especially your SIN, makikita na nila. Credit card interest, it's very high, 18 to 21%. Usually, yung mga galing sa Gulf countries, they would say it's very expensive kasi yung interest lang nila doon is around like 1%, 2% lang daw. So, be careful when you're spending with your credit card. You have to make sure that you have to pay yung yung ginastos yung GIC. If to those who get their GIC, activate nyo, visit nyo lang sa bangko nyo. Make an appointment online. Sa online na to siya. And provincial IDs. So for Saskatchewan, you just have to go to SGI. Sa Swift Current, you have to go sa SGI. Sa Saskatchewan, punta ka lang sa mga motor license issuer. Magbibigay na yan sila sa iyo. So lahat is connected to SGI, which is the main SGI means Saskatchewan Insurance something. The cost would be $10. Ontario is you have to go to Service Canada. It costs around $35. So itong mga IDs na to, lalo na if wala pa kayong driver's license, it's very important. Kasi anywhere you go, you don't want to bring your passport. Yung passport kasi parang matatakot kayong mawawala. And of course, hindi tayo accessible kagaya ng nasa Calgary na andon yung Philippine Embassy para to get the passport. It would take a while. So use this one, get this. Mag-check-in kayo sa hotel. If you're going to buy some alcohol, drinks, ito ipapakita. Ito siya ang example. Para siyang driver's license. It has your birthday and everything. So yan yun siya. Driver's license, Ontario. You can drive up to 60 days and it's up to you to take the exam. Saskatchewan, you can drive up to 90 days. And iba-iba actually yung sinasabi nila. If you are a temporary foreign worker, sabi nila, until na mag-expire daw yung work permit mo. And meron din nagsasabi na you have only up to 90 days, then get your driver's license ng Saskatchewan. So you can drive be careful though kasi inaalagaan natin yung status natin. We are still temporary residents. So anytime na may mangyari, it's easy na ma-report tayo if something mangyari sa pagdadriving natin, especially under the influence of alcohol. So big no-no talaga yan. So you can go to SGI, get a driver's handbook from the center. There's a practice test online for free. Just Google it, Saskatchewan driver's license test. Madali lang siya. It's about science and rules. If ever pinaabot nyo yung parang sarili kagaya ko na nag-expire yung Pilipinas driver's license ko, you have to attend an in-class which is 6 hours and it costs around $150. Pero you can ask a ticket or discount from the welcome center para maka-less kayo or even like they will pay for it. Road test. So take before the expiration of Philippine driver's license. Otherwise, you will have to pay an in-car lesson, which is $80 to $100 for 6 hours. Very expensive. So ito yung DUI sinabi ko. Be careful. Huwag kayong magpapaano na may mga friends na, oh, driving under the influence of alcohol. Kahit pasahero ka lang, tapos alam mong nag-alcohol yung nagda-drive. Huwag talaga. Mag-taxi na lang kayo. So my CRA. This is very important. Pagkadating nyo, mag-register kayo ng CRA agad, especially if you have SIN and address. They will put all the information. CRA will mail the code 5 to 10 business days. Ikikip nyo yung code na yan kasi it will be valid for 2 years. Now, the reason why I advise you guys to do this is during tax season. So pag tax season, andyan din yung maraming nagpaparegister ng CRA. Only advantage for this one is you can put your bank account dito sa CRA. And for that reason, if merong tax refund, if merong benefits, especially merong mga anak, merong child benefits, automatic yan siya madi-deposit sa bank account mo. You don't have to wait for the check. Kasi pag nagantay ka nun ng check, most likely parang it would take weeks or minsan mawawala pa, hindi natin alam, right? It's better for you guys to put in or log in your bank information tapos auto-deposit na lang to monitor it. And it's not difficult, especially if you're going to move to other places. Hindi kayo matatakot na baka dineliver pa yung checking mo sa old address. So do this. That's that. Cellphone plans. If bago pa naman yung phone nyo, I suggest na wag muna kayong kumuha ng bagong plan with the phone. Just yung plan lang, walang device. Kasi mabigat din yung monthly nito eh. I'm paying like 100 something a month. Alberta, Ontario, BC, they have Freedom. Freedom is a really good plan, cheaper. Fido, Rogers, and TELUS. Saskatchewan, I use TELUS. Okay din sila. Sa Bell and Rogers. Mag-search kayo kasi minsan parang meron silang promotion. So, yung offer sa inyo, get this device. Cheaper yung babayaran yung monthly, grab nina. And there's a refer a friend. So if mag-refer kayo ng friend, makapag-save discount kayo ng $50, mag-refer sila after how many months. So there's a maximum of $300 in a year credit dahil sa referral through friends. So yan siya. Now, where to get cheaper stuff? Maraming ano dyan. Dollarama, Dollar Store, Walmart. You have to subscribe for any sales. Marami talaga sa Canada. Join local Facebook group. Kasi 'di ba pagdating nyo dito mag-work kayo, wala kayong gamit. Walang microwave. Halos wala lahat. So, go to Dollarama and Dollar Store. They're good. Thrift stores, coupons, local newspapers. Visit a food bank. Maraming mga food banks doon. Sometimes nag-oversupply sila ng milk, itlog, canned foods and veggies. So, kung anong wala doon sa food bank, then you can buy it sa grocery store. Maganda. And if you are working in Walmart or any mga grocery stores, meron silang ibibigay na discount sa inyo, which is nice. Kasi at least mas cheaper. Costco, nasa Regina and Saskatoon to siya, wala sa Swift Current. So if you are in Saskatchewan, you have to follow YQR Coupon Bay. Pilipina siya na the best ever, nagkukulat ng coupons and nag-a-announce kung saan yung mga sale ng mga bigas. Anything na mga malls na nagsisale, nakaabang siya dati. So follow her on Facebook. So books. Ito din isa is yung books. Saan ba bibili ng books? Mga ganon. There are a lot of sa Facebook, mayroong naka-post. Sa schools board, like kung saan yung mga nyo, sa school boarding, magpo-post yung mga older students na, hey, if you are interested, I have a book, this one, like Excel, accounting, and just message or text me. Then they will connect with you and get you the books. Dati, mafa-file si books sa tax. Mafa-file siya. That's why I always keep the receipt before ng taxes. Kasi mafa-file siya eh. Lately, hindi na siya napafile kasi I don't know what happened. Parang hindi na siya nasasali sa T220A. T220A is a receipt tax na ano, yung gagamitin niyan yun siya. Every year, the school will give that to you. Yung T220A, andyan nakalagay yung full tuition fee niyo at yung months na nag-study kayo. Yan yung importante magpa-file ng tax. Yan yung key na makapag-refund kayo sa tax filing niyo. KGJ, be careful kay maraming scammers sa KGJ din. Call them, call or email them. Make sure na may nababasa kang reviews bago mo talaga siya totally ibilhin. If buying the new books, just still keep the receipts because we never know, di ba? Na pwede nating ma-file. And eventually, if ipapabili mo sa ibang tao, at least mayroon kang resibo na ganyan yung price niya. So you guys, if you're feeling overwhelmed kasi bago kayo dito, lucky for those who have family members, right? If you are the first generation of immigrants na pumupunta dito, don't hesitate to join any Filipino community groups and socialize. We know that you guys meron tayong grupo, magchat-chat tayo doon. Wag lang talaga magtanungan about accounting. Okay lang yan sa akin. Every school has a support for students who struggled emotionally. Mental health is a is a huge deal here in Canada. Kung meron kayong mga problema, talk to them. When you say financial problems, talk to them. Parang they will find a way, parang they will help. There were students na yung basement nila is pumutok yung during the winter, pumutok yung sa anuhan ng tubig, tubo. Pag-uwi nila, baha as in totally baha. Basa lahat ng luggage nila, bag and everything. And you know what happened? Pinapaalis sila ng landlord, which is hindi kasalanan ng mga estudyante, kasalanan ng landlord kasi parang hindi naka-on yung heater sa baba. Nag-froze yung tubo. So marang pressure So ang nangyari, yung school, nag-message kami sa school and they sent na people to help them transfer right away. Mga cars, mga Canadians na mga mababait na nagvo-volunteer na maki-help sa kanila to move to another place. If you are studying in Saskatchewan, you are very lucky. Doon yung mafe-feel yung Canadian talaga na culture. Na makikita nyo sila, mag-walking kayo, mag-smile lang yan. And they're gonna stop talking to you and para kayong friends. Magtatanong, magkamustahan, but hindi kayo magkakilala. Parang ganun. So just be active in your group chat. There's a lot of community here na makakatulong sa inyo. So go with that. I will just quickly show you also about Saskatchewan information. Just parang meron kayong idea in a bit here. So I told you it's quick, but I don't think it's quick. Anyway, it will be here. Malapit na tayo sa question and answer portion. So, slide ko na tong ibang to kasi ito yung alright. Okay. So, Saskatchewan, it's nice. Ano ko na to? Kasi you choose Saskatchewan already. So, alam niyo na yan. So, ito yung mga SINP pathways natin. And for international skilled worker. Alam ko nag-aabang din kayo nito kasi we are targeting for you guys to stay here permanently, right? So this is the immigration pathways. May iba tayong session for this one. Ito lang is a very brief session. So international skilled workers, hard to fill skills pilot. Ito yung mga NOCSI and Ds na trabaho. Janitor, caretaker. Basta, andito siya. Tech talent pathway with was just released this year, yung mga ITs. IT background. If you or your spouse coming here, nandito, studyhan niyo na yung pathway na to. Kasi at least you know what to prepare. International Skilled Worker Employment Offer. So merong nagtatanong, si Miss Lady, student siya ngayon ng SAS Polytech. Yung husband niya is nagbigyan ng offer under hospitality sector project, which is a restaurant na siya nagtatrabaho. So they were confused kasi yung hospitality sector project, ang nakalagay kasi doon, dapat hindi pa nagsisimula sa employer na yon, ang dapat LAMIA. Sa kanya open work permit. So I told her, ganyan din yung nangyari sa akin. Kasi NOCSI kasi yung hospitality niya eh. Ganyan yung nangyari sa akin. They have a job offer, SINP. what they did, they put international skilled worker employment offer. So ito siya is usually for skilled, right? It doesn't mean na skilled ka, noxy, nok this, no. Meron kang employment offer, nabilong ka dito, that's great. Pasok ka nito. This is what happened to me. And sa isa kong kakilala na nag-work sa Subway. Under employment offer din siya. Healthcare worker, you have background sa health as a healthcare worker, enter into an expression of interest pool, then you might be invited. International skilled worker, Saskatchewan experience entry class, and the same as well, occupation in demand. So meron silang mga listahan sa mga in-demand occupation. For those who are you guys in here, SK work experience is students. So students kayo, and wala kayong open work permit, mag-isa kayo, you're single. Most likely, ang job offer nito is kailangan related sa ini-study niyo na program for the students. So if hindi related, that's fine. You have to go here, ISW employment offer. You don't have to worry. Kapag related, that's good, under student ka. So, yan yun siya. Huwag kayong ma-confuse. Kasi mayroong nagsasabi na tinatakot sila na parang dapat yung job offer mo is related sa study mo. You have the option na, lalo na if yung job offer mo is related sa study mo or profession mo sa Pilipinas or before coming here to Canada, it's fine. Hospitality sector project, as I mentioned before, long haul truck driver project. It's very difficult now to get this one since that incident in yung bus ng mga estudyante nang na-crash and truck driver from India yung nakabangga. Maraming namatay. So parang very difficult na to get a license for a truck driver. But before, ito yung malakas na bibigay ng SINP. Ito sila. Jay's Transport yung pangalan ng company. Semi-skilled agriculture worker with work permit. So yan yun siya. Common eligibility requirements for SINP, shucks. Work a minimum of 6 months or 780 hours, whichever comes first. Kasi minsan nag-OT tayo, so yung 780 mo, kinaya mo in 4 months, hindi ka na nagpapahinga, no? Walang tulog-tulugan. So ito, kung buhay ka pa, pwede ka na mag-apply ng SINP. Paid employment, it's on and off campus. Co-op terms, graduate fellowships, work experience on PGWP. If you came from another province, it means like you're studying in Ontario or any other provinces aside from Saskatchewan, hindi siya counted. Ang only time na counted siya is yung nag-start ka sa Saskatchewan talaga. So that's the advantage if you guys are studying here. Kasi yung experience you when you started as a student, counted na siya. International skilled worker, kung wala kayong job offer or parang experience at least experience sa Canada, at least either one experience outside SK or Canada or 780 hours in Saskatchewan. Ito yung kailangan nila. Permanent full-time job offer, SINP approval letter. So si employer ang magawa sa atin ito. They will give it to you after na-approve na lahat. So ito yung IELTS or English test na required para mag-submit for permanent residency. So lahat ng mag-apply ng permanent residency, you have to have an English test unless if sponsored ka through spousal. Wala yon. So these are the minimum English tests. Ilagay nyo para at least mag-exam na kayo yung mga merong open work permit. So listening is 4.5, very easy. It's a general training, hindi academic. 3.5 for reading, writing and speaking is 4.0. Yan yung mga kailangang English test. Be confident when speaking English kasi mga Canadians, they don't care. They just like, gusto lang nila yung parang, it doesn't matter to them, grammar or anything, kasi mostly wrong spelling din sila palagi eh. Yung grammar din sila. It's just like, para communicate lang clearly. Mostly sa mga sa atin, nag-judgmental, yung mga kapwa lang din natin eh. So, practice, like own it. Magpa-practice kayo ng English test. Have a valid work permit or on per GWP. For regulated professionals, you must have a certificate of proof that you are allowed to practice in Canada for your profession, especially engineers, nurses, med lab tech, etc. So meron lang siyang kanya-kanyang board kung saan kayo mag-consult kung paano kayo makapag-start working sa profession niyo sa Pilipinas. And now, ano yung makukuha niyo sa Saskatchewan? Marami. graduate retention program. Masasali dito yung nag-study kayo dito sa Saskatchewan. And also, if you are a fresh graduate from the Philippines, like fresh, I mean, last 7 years, pwede niyong masali yung tuition fee niyo doon sa Pilipinas. You just have to get all the receipts since first year up to fourth year. Tuition receipts convert to CAD, Canadian, and get a Canadian education equivalency, which is the West or yung ECAS, IQAS. So, ipaprocess yan nila kapag meron kayo nitong receipts and yung education equivalency. Dati cash to siya natatanggap eh. Yung relative ko nakakuha siya ng 200,000 pesos dahil sa tuition niya sa nursing sa Pilipinas. Ngayon, as a tax credit na lang siya, which means like you can use it once you have it, you can use it for the next 10 years. And if then before mag 10 years, di ba, malaki na yung income nyo, at least meron na kayong ibabawas, i-deduct sa owing. If mag-o-owing kayo, magagamit to siya. Now, Climate Incentive Acts payment. So this is only for the 4 provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario only. The SK has the highest CIA payments. Kapag single ka, meron kang matatanggap na 575 Canadian, which isn't bad at all. Kasi 575, hindi mo in-expect, di ba, parang allowance mo biglang dumating. If meron kang asawa, plus 270. Meron kang anak, 138 per child. So, yan yun siyang matatanggap mo. Plus the fact that you will receive also child benefits if you have. Meron kayong mga anak. Malaki na ang ano ngayon. And just recently, they just shared na parang $10 a day yung share ng government sa mga bata sa daycare. And they are targeting na i-aim nila mag 70%. So, kunti na lang babayaran nyo. Yun na lang siya. Now, GST for low income tax refunds, pinaka happiest month of the year. Hinihintay ng mga estudyante ang tax refund. March or April usually makapag-file kayo. Kasi yung school niyan is magbibigay February, yung T to 20. And yung employer niyo most likely, if good employer, magbibigay yan March. So, pwede na kayong mag-file ng tax. So, ito yun siya. Tax refund. It could be 3,000 higher or up. Pwedeng malaki talaga. Like most of the international students, ito yung nakukuha nila. 3,000 Canadian and up. So, yan yung nakaganda dito. At least meron kang makukuha, mababalik. Now, job opportunities. There are lots of websites you can use, resources, SAS jobs, search for location, which industry, profession. Job banks, merong makikitang search for locations if you have open work permit, yung spouses. Have them search also employers that will potentially provide SINP and LEMIA. So, search nila yung keyword, SINP, LEMIA. Kahit nga sa SAS job isa-search yung keyword na SINP, mayroong lalabas na mga position, tapos yung nakalagay willing to sponsor SINP for the right candidate, mga ganon. Smaller communities, they prefer advertising through Facebook, local newspaper, or through the word of mouth. Marami ding tayo. So, approach din kayo sa mga kapwa natin Pilipino because some of them are very helpful. Lalo na if they have been working as a manager in a fast food restaurant or yung sa mga hotels. Friend na nila yung mga may-ari. So, they can just talk to them. So, use network. Mag-network talaga kayo. Very important. Now, wala na. Ganito na yung mangyayari sa inyo in the next few days. Mag-aurora hunting. So, yan yun siya. Wala na akong ipapakita. And, yeah, that's it. Let me know ano yung mga tanong nyo bago tayo mag-end. Kasi minsan mas mabilis ako magsalita eh. May kausap ako, meron. Okay. Alright.
Naman.
Meron kayong tanong?
Ma'am Jen, good morning.
Good morning.
Opo. Yung sa may CRN ba yun? Tama ba? May CRA pala.
Oo.
Register and need SIN address. So each Yung sa OWP tsaka sa SP, wala namang ibang kaibahan na requirement dito?
Wala naman sa CRA, yun siya, wala. Mm. So, kasi pag
Okay.
magfa-file kayo ng tax, joint kayo eh.
Isa lang ba sa amin?
Puwedeng isa, puwedeng dalawahin niyo, pero 'pag child benefits sa'yo na lang. Para sa'yo mapunta.
Pero pero ano tawag dito, 'di ba SP and OWP with children yung pupunta. Ngayon yung 'pag nag-register ka sa CRA,
Mm.
joint na yon, i-jo-joint na lang namin or mas preferred na tag-isa?
Ano, yung anak mo is tag-isa na lang kayo ni open work permit. Oo.
Tag-isa tas tag-isang anak din?
Yung anak 'wag na, isali mo na lang yan sa'yo. Yung parang
Sa
andun na
akin.
siya, oo. Kasi hindi pa siya makakapag-communicate sa ano, sa ikaw pa din yung makikipag-communicate sa kanya if ever sa CRA.
Okay.
Minor, ayun yun
Thank
siya.
you po.
Si Ethel.
Ma'am Jen,
Yes,
ma'am, 'di ba mag-i-stay ako kay tita ko? Hahanapan
oo.
pa po ba ako ng letter of support or affidavit of support or hindi na
Hindi
sa
na
email? Hindi
yung
na po.
yung sinubmit natin sa visa application mo, yun na yun siya yung gagamitin mo din. Yung parang letter, oo.
Yes po.
Nakita mo yung email, Christy? Meron siyang binigay na letter sample for those parang tumira sa family members. Meron siyang letter.
Sa wait lang po.
Parang kasi ito yung problema ngayon ng para proof of residency kasi wala pa kayong bills, if wala pa kayong list of agreement, at least merong proof of Saskatchewan residency. Ito, teka lang ha, papakita ko.
Sige, ma'am.
Share ko lang. Okay.
Ma'am Jen, yung
Yeah.
yung affidavit of support, no? Pwede na yon. Nakalagay naman na i-sponsor nila for accommodation.
Yeah, pwede lang. Ito siya. Nakikita niyo ba yung screen na maliit? Ito. Proof of Saskatchewan residency. Example to siya.
Yes po. Yan yung in-email nila.
Oo. Ito yung pakita if you have a family member here. Since wala pa kayong Saskatchewan health card number, of course, NA yung nakalagay.
Okay po.
Oo, yun siya. So, may nag-join pero hindi ko na to join kasi malapit tayong matapos eh. Send ko na lang yung link. So,
Friend
sa
ko ata
mga
yun, ma'am.
Sino to?
Friend
Pero
ko
yung
yun.
travel insurance,
Gusto
ma'am.
mag-bundle.
Si friend mo. Yung sa insurance?
Yes po. Parang wala pa silang in-email.
Sige, follow up ko. Kasi nagbakasyon daw yung nag-assign ng travel insurance eh. Pero ipo-post date nila.
Okay,
Meaning,
sige, ma'am.
oo, post date nila. So, i-share ko na lang sa kanya itong link kasi patapos na tayo. What else? Ano pa bang ibang tanong? Kung meron kayo.
Miss Chen, may tanong po ako. Sorry po, kasi medyo na-confuse kami. Sabi kasi, di ba before parang 30 days before yung start ng school year, ngayon ba ganun pa din or pwede nang mas maaga?
You can travel anytime. Wala nang restrictions. That was it was like ended last year, December. Unless lang kung merong i-announce si Canada dahil sa monkeypox na yan. But so far, wala na narinig. Wala na sana kasi grabe, magastos. But you can come here.
Oo nga. Thank you po.
Yeah. If they will ask you why, just prepare at least a reason why. Just be ready. Yun lang. Like maybe you have an event to go to, like birthday, ganon, mga ganyan. Or need you mag-settle early, mga ganon. Oo. And yes,
Pero
pwede
ma'am, we're not allowed to work, no?
si open work permit.
Si open work, hindi pa pwede? Or
Pwede
pwede
siya.
na?
Pwede siya.
Pwede na siyang early sorry. Si open work permit, pwede na maghanap ng work kahit hindi pa nag-start ang klase ng SP. Okay, sige. Okay po.
Oo, para makakatulong na din, 'di ba? And ano pa bang ibang tanong natin? Actually, hindi ko pa mapakita yung mukha ko kasi
Yung ano ma'am, example, though alam naman namin baka lang may gusto mag-inquire, yung kung meron kayong existing driver's license ba sa Philippines, kailangan nyo pa ba ng international driver's license para makapag-drive sa SK or hindi na?
hindi na. Merong kumuha niyan, very expensive pa naman yan sa atin. 10,000, right? 10,000 to 15,000 pesos ata yan. No, you don't have to have a international driver's license to drive in SK. Yung driver's license lang sa Pinas is fine. Wag na international. Sobrang mahal yan. I-honor naman nila yung anong driver's license natin eh. So it's okay. And ano pa yung mga tanong niyo? Basta declare nila lang yung dalhin yung pagkain. Meron mga dati mga noodles na kuha, gatas nakuha, na confiscate unless lang kung meron kayong baby na actively bottle feed, that's fine. Pero kung wala, makikita nilang marami, kukunin nila yan.
Ma'am Jen, sorry, with regards sa noodles, yung bumili kasi ako kahapon, so pwede naman 'di ba kahit konti lang naman?
Ilang sako ba binili mo?
Hindi naman, kasi syempre worried naman ako, sayang naman. Kasi yung brother-in-law ko, di ba, kakaalis lang nung isang araw. Ano
Oo.
siya, PR siya. Dati kasi di ba nakakalusot ng kahit konti-konting corned beef. Sa kanya daw, naghigpit daw ulit. Hindi na daw, tinapon daw lahat, yung 6 na piraso niya, tinapon daw.
Wow.
So yun, hindi
Anong
na
dala
talaga
mo?
siya, wag na lang mag-risk.
Nido? Nido yung binili mo, Bear Brand?
Ay hindi, yung corned beef niya, parang tender juicy something. Yun, di ba dati nakakalusot naman yun?
Yes. Oo.
Kahit kaisa, dalawa, tatlo, ganon. Ngayon hindi na. Hindi na. Naghigpit ulit. Tapos, yung sa noodles, bumili kasi ako noon, hindi naman ako makain, pero bumili ako ng migore. So, yung mga ganon.
Kainin mo na lang yan dyan sa Pinas.
Ay, hindi nga, bawal ba?
Kasi nung time ko, mayroong kinuha na noodles. Actually, baka nga dahil lang yun sa isang thing. Baka ngayon hindi dahil sa noodles eh. Tapos, nung nakita na mayroong nakalagay na noodles, ganun, kinuha na lang din. Anim yun na carton, the boxes na pina-open talaga sa agriculture area. Tapos binigyan sila ng resibo. Yung resibo na yan, if makikita, ilagay nila yan, nagdala ka ng ganitong pagkain. 6 years lang yan sa record nila. 6 years yan bago mawala. So, be careful.
Yung
Oo.
nagdala ko ng noodles. Tapos yung mga, I don't know kasi, biscuits, mga ganon.
Okay lang yung
Hindi naman
biscuit.
siguro.
Okay lang yan.
Okay.
Ako nga shampoo eh. Palagi ako nagdadala ng cream silk. Marami. Mga dry goods, mga ganon. Dried fish, declare it.
Okay.
Oo.
Doon naman kasi sabihin natin na meron naman doon. Kaya lang syempre for the first few days, 'di ba? Puro ka noodle.
And actually, iba din talaga yung noodles dito kasi sa Pilipinas. Iba. Kahit nga corned beef, minsan mafe-feel ko iba din. Oo. Kaya, while andyan pa kayo, kainin niyo muna yung mga, nung ganda na pagkain. Kasi, pagdating dito, you can try na magdala ng noodles. Hopefully, cross fingers, hindi ma-open. Wag lang no corned beef, wag lang yung mga ganun. May meat ba sa noodles mo?
Hindi naman kasi yun, 'di ba, mga flavored.
Kasi minsan nakikita nila yung mga word na beef, pork. Akala din naman nila raw, hindi naman eh. Yan yung problema nila mga Canadian eh.
Kaya nga, 'di ba naman yun, powdered flavor lang.
Flavored lang naman, pero very strict talaga sila. Tapos minsan iba-ibang mga border officer, mayroong mga baguhan, hindi din alam na i-enforce talaga nila kung ano by the book. Yun din yung problema dyan eh. Yung mga baguhan.
Ang
Oo.
toxic siguro pag pinabuksan ng mga bagahe.
Ay oo, syempre mas stress ka yung beauty mo, hindi ka na pwede makapag-picture. Kaya bring extra tape tapos Di baka swertein kayo. Be positive na lang. Makalusot.
Imagine mo, may dala ka pang bata.
Tapos sabi no, mami, let's go. Wala na. Stressful nga yung mag-aano. Pero hopefully naman hindi. Kasi yung akin nga Bear Brand, 8 na 450 grams. Tinapon sa airport. Mm.
Di pwede yung Bear
Tsaka
Brand
pala
ba?
yung kasi current
Hindi. Hindi.
Why?
Nido.
Dairy product.
Nido.
Dairy
May product.
product. That's a big no-no.
Parang sabi na sa dairy ata, parang cheese lang ata ang pwede dalhin. Tama ba?
Yan din yung hindi ko sure eh.
Dapat siguro may orientation pa tayo regarding that. Ano?
Sa mga foods na pwedeng dalhin.
Oo, importante
Kasi
ang
sobrang stressful yung pagpipili ng pwede ba to, pwede ba hindi. Though available naman siya na mababasa mo na these are the products that can be or can be madadala doon. Kaya lang, di ba?
true. And also pala, if ever merong relatives na magpapadala sa inyo from Pilipinas, make sure na alam nyo kung ano yung nasa loob. Na nakikita nyo. Kasi minsan balot na hindi nyo alam. We never know. Right? Tapos sabihin nyo, declare nyo, wala kayong meat or wala kayong something, pero nakita na detect pala sa x-ray, meron pala. So, ang tawag niyan, nang hindi kayo nag-declare, magkanong fines, mabigat, times 2 yung plane ticket nyo, iiyak pa kayo, possibility na hindi kayo i-admit. Because it doesn't mean na you have the visa, pwede na kayong makapasok. Meron pa rin silang authority here na i-deny kayo pagdating dito. Yeah.
Yung mga another po, yung may mga dito yung may mga bata na darating. Required na ba na magdala ng na mag-procure ng car seat dito pa lang?
Dito na kayo bumili. Mayroong mga nag-abangan nyo sa marketplace, maraming nagbibigay. Oo. Dito na. Kasi ano lang. Okay lang
Yung
sa
mga ba may nagsusundo? Sa taxi okay lang?
Okay lang. Oo.
Okay, sige. Akala ko kasi once you land dun sa area tapos wala kang car seat, di ba?
Magpa-Amazon ka ng car seat, i-deliver sa airport.
Sobrang, parang these are just maliit lang na hindi naman concern ng lahat ng tao na pumupunta. Kaya lang syempre sa atin na may mga asawa, may mga anak,
Kasama
very
yan.
siya. Oo, di ba? Big deal siya kasi syempre ibang country yon, malay mo bawal, tas doon ka pala nakulong dahil sa
Grabe ka. Anyway, no.
malay mo.
Makulong sa Canada dahil hindi nag-car seat.
Oo.
First time yun Anyway. Hindi. It's okay sa taxi. Pwede lang siya. Make sure seat belt all the time. Seat belt. Kasi sanay tayo sa Pinas na hindi tayo nagagamit ng seat belt minsan, di ba? Parang dito seat belt ka talaga. Kasi kahit na yung driver mo, for example, yung asawa mo nagda-drive, ikaw hindi ka nasa-seat belt, makikita kayo ng pulis. Kung sino yung drivers, yun din yung mapaparusahan. Kasi unsafety driving. Ganun. So, seatbelt all the time. Okay lang yung pag wala pang car seat. Maghanap lang kayo. Wala pa naman din kayong car eh. Pag dating na dito, meron na yan. Abang lang kayo sa marketplace. Maraming, lalo na yung mga moving sale. Maraming nagmo-move. Ganito kasi palaging nagmo-move dito. So, abangan nyo yan. Meron yan. Yeah. Yun lang siya.
Ma'am, another po, sorry na.
Okay lang yan. Ano ka ba?
Health insurance.
Oo.
Are we required to parang mag-purchase ng health insurance pagdating namin dyan, or kahit pwedeng hindi na at antay na lang yung SASC health insurance?
So, ganito kasi, hindi ko alam kung gaano katagal ang process. Last time is 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks yung process ng healthcare bago dumating. So, if for some reason merong mga cases na need tingin sa doktor, mga gano'n. So, need niyong magbabayad muna kayo. However, ma-reimburse yan siya once darating yung healthcare niyo. I would say to be safe, kuha kayo for 1 to 2 months at least. Yung mga walang coverage. Great Plains, wala kayong problema. Okay na kayo. The moment you step out of your home to go here, that's saved na kayo. Sa Spoli, at least 1 to 2 months, try nyo siya. And maybe, I think, pwede naman siguro makancel, no? Kapag andyan na yung healthcare niyo.
Meron kasi siyang ano ma'am, parang pag kukuha ka, merong certain number of days na plan. It's it's your choice kung 30 days, 40 days, or 60 days. Then you will pay for it na lang.
Yeah.
Ganun siya.
Wag
Na-raise ko lang siya kasi kakakuha ko lang din. Medyo naging dilemma din yan sa akin kung kukuha ba ako o hindi kasi syempre nagtitipid tayo, 'di ba? So hanggang kailangan ba talaga yung mga ganon. So sa akin, sa part ko, kumuha ako kasi meron akong batang 2 and meron akong OWP na may mga comorbidity. So yun ang very risky. So kung ako lang mag-isa, i-take ko na yung risk na hindi ako kukuha.
Oo. Yeah, that's fine. Kumuha kasi importante sa mga bata. And minsan, fall or pagdating dito winter, may magka-colds agad, kasi hindi sanay sa weather. So at least pag nagvi-visit kayo sa clinic, nare-refund yung ano nyo, yung gastos nyo. Mahal ang ano dito. Nag-work ako dati sa hospital sa office admin assistant. Emergency ICU nila is 10,000 per day. 10,000 Canadian per day. Ward, 3,000 per day. Mga ganun, hindi pa kasali yung gamot. So, better be safe than sorry. Kasi, meron pang second year tuition fee pang gastos, di ba? Sa mga 2 years. So, ganun. Yeah. Any questions before I go? Baka magpakita ako sa Saskatchewan, September, October.
Ma'am
Gagala.
Jen, bakit kasi 2 hours lang yung layover ko?
Okay lang yan. Okay lang yan.
Baka maiwan ako.
Maiwan ka talaga for sure.
Pero walang bayad yun, ma'am.
Walang bayad yun. Maiwan ka for sure yan if mahaba talaga. Mostly morning, afternoon, mahaba. Unless kung maraming officers. Pero most likely, wag kang mataranta kasi ako ganyan din ako dati pagdating ko sa sabi ko na lang na-delay ako sa walang bayad.
Walang bayad. Okay po.
Ganun. Yeah. Okay na lahat?
Okay na po. See you there, ma'am.
See you.
Thank you.
Mag-ano na lang kayo sa group chat if meron kayong mga tanong. Oo.
Okay po, ma'am Jen.
Sige.
Okay
Bye.
po.
Take care.
Thank you po.
Bye po.
Bye.
Thank you po.
Ay, paano ba?